So today is Father's Day. And I see all these things on Facebook. And I see that my friends got some great fathers out there. And I envy that. I envy not into hate, but I envy because I wish I could say that about my late enabling father. I wish I could say and feel that same way, but I don't. I have to give credit where credit's due, though. He had instilled a conscience in me in some ways, and he taught me how to be very good with math, to do things on paper and not on a calculator. He pushed multiplication tables on me very hard and became very good with math, and I'm very thankful for that. And when he died, I really did not take it hard. Because when he got, or even way before he died, when he got diagnosed with stage 4 lung cancer, because for years everyone's done told him to quit, to stop. The doctors have told him to quit, I've told him to quit, the rest of the family's told him to quit, and he's always been a chronic smoker for as long as I can remember. And he never will ever put that cigarette down. So, this is what helped me get over his death like this. Is when he died, I showed no emotion. There was no emotion to feel. Because I look at it like this. He made his bed. Basically, he made the choice of continuing to smoke and not stopping, despite his spiraling health problems. Despite all that, he didn't stop smoking. He made that choice. So the ultimate consequence was he paid for it with his life. He paid the consequences by losing his life. And of course, my narc mom with the crocodile tears, and my narc sisters crying and boo-hooing all alongside. They all used him because he collected disability, Social Security. He was a disabled veteran at 100%, served in the Air Force in Vietnam, and had pretty good pay each month. And of course, my narc mother and my narc sisters, they all used him for his money. All wanted him to buy expensive things, but you know what? I was the exception. I didn't want, never asked. I never asked for a freaking dime from him, nor did I ever ask for him to buy me something expensive. Unlike my mother and narc sisters, so you can just kind of picture that in your head. And for the longest time, I've had a lot of hatred, a lot of anger, rage. Wonder how come he never fought for me? How come he never up and did the right thing and told my mom to go get lost and put his foot down? He could have protected me and my sisters. And the only thing that wrapped around my head is she was able to charm him with her good cooking, and I had to admit my narc mom was a very good cook. And I believe that's the only thing that kept my narc dad around. I mean, my narcissistic mother is what kept my enabling father around, was through her cooking. So we all know narcs are great charmers. So she charmed him with his cooking, and of course, very damn, very damn lucky that he didn't leave her, because he could have. But for a while, I just said, how come you never protected me? How come you never did the right thing? How come you never fought for me? I cried and grieved about that for a while. Not when he died, but I would have to say as I was starting this channel here, my channel here on YouTube, um, there were bouts of grief every now and then. I'd say, how come he didn't fight for me? How come he didn't stand up for me? How come he didn't do the right thing? And I'm over that. And I cast my cares onto God and helped me through it, and he did. So glory be to God that he did. And I just forgave my enabling father. Not for him, not for my narcissistic mother and my narc sisters, but I did that forgiveness for myself. Why for myself? I forgave him for me so I could move on with my life. I don't want to spend all my life with all this hurt, this anger, this pain, with that becoming a stronghold in my life. I didn't want that. Because I cast my cares onto God about that and give it to him. I had so much peace, and I still have a lot of peace about it. And I refuse to just let that poison me. And I just knew that, well, when the good Lord took him out of this earth, that he was going to be in the judgment seat, and he has to answer for all that. And Father's Day, I just feel quite numb about it. I don't really think too much about it. I kind of treat it like I do with my narc mom's birthday, just treat it like any other normal day. And I'd like for you to share with me your story about how you feel about your enabling or your narcissistic father, or even if he's passed away. I'd like to know your story. Share it. I would love for you to share that with me. We all can share each other's stories. That's what my channel here is all about. And I just really, ever since then, I've forgave him. My life has been a lot more peaceful. I mean, I may get some shell shock every once in a while in means of wishing that I had a father that I could have been close to. But I do want to share one memory. I mean, there's many others, but the one that really, really sticks out in my mind, and this is something I really know that it's my narc mother's fault, was when I got into bowling. When I got into bowling and I started buying my own bowling balls and things of that nature, there was a league that me and my late father got into. It was a summer league. Had a great time. And I knew that my narc mom squawked and bitched about that. And I know why to this day. I've discovered why. It's because she saw that me and my father at the time was really bonding with the bowling and getting really close, and she didn't want that. So what does she do to instill guilt in his mind was to say, hey, you've had 3 heart attacks, and with all that bowling, you're going to have another one. So I want you to quit bowling, finish up the league, and I don't want you going more leagues with her, with Mary, and I don't want you, because I'm concerned and worried about your health. I mean, she really poured it on. And you know what? And I've told my narc mom this, and I know to this day she'll sit there and probably say I'm full of shit, or probably say that I don't know what I'm talking about, a gaslighting thing, as we say. But I know it as fresh as day, as fresh as I can really remember. But I remember telling my narc mother that, you know what, Dad would have been able to quit those damn cigarettes if he would have let him bowl with me. And she just said, no, he wouldn't. And I just said, whatever, and just left it at that. So she's to blame. She's the scapegoat of why my dad couldn't put those cigarettes on, because he could have stopped. My dad smoked because of nerves. And I can see why. My narc mother working his nerves. And him worrying about 10 billion other things on top of it. If she would have just let him have that one thing to just bowl with me, he would have put those cigarettes down a long daggone time ago. I wouldn't care what she says to this day. I don't care. But it's the damn truth. And that there she took that bonding, that closeness that I could have had with my late father through bowling. But she didn't want that. She took that away from me. And guess what, Mom? When God takes you out of here, you're going to have to answer for a lot. Like I stated to you in my no contact letter, Mother, out there, when it's your time to go and God yanks you out of here, you're going to be on the judgment seat, and nobody's going to be there to defend you or come to your aid. You are going to be on the judgment seat, Mother. Your ass is going to hit that judgment seat. And let's just see you try to wiggle and try to fool God. Because you can't. You have to answer to that. So anyway, this is how I'm reflecting about Father's Day. For me, it's just a numbing thing. And many for you out there, I can imagine it's probably pretty painful. Whether you have the enabling father, which is he's just as much of a narcissist as the mother. But I can imagine many of you, for Father's Day to be very just as painful as it was for Mother's Day. So my heart goes out to each and every one of you out there. And I did have a neighbor that was like a father to me. And unfortunately, he had to move, and I think he's moving to, I think Nashville, Tennessee. He's gonna be moving out that way. So, unfortunately, I'm going to really, really miss him. He was pretty much there for me and encouraging and loving, just like a father. And I'm really, really, really miss him. So, I'm sure God will put somebody else in his place. But above all else, I'll always have a Father that never will die, and that's the Heavenly Father. And I love him dearly. Because without him, I wouldn't be where I'm at. But anyway, please share with me your story about your narcissistic enabling father. Share with me your stories. I appreciate all the feedback. I always want to emphasize how much I appreciate your feedback on all of my videos. And to those of you, my new subscribers, I welcome you with loving open arms. And I'm glad that you joined my channel. I'm very delighted. And if there's anything that I could help you, any of you out there, as you journey through your recovery of narcissistic abuse through your narcissistic mother, father, siblings, if there's anything that you'd like to share with me privately, please write. I welcome private messages, and I respect that. And I'll always make it a point to never, ever share on my channel anything you share with me privately. And I am a woman of my word, trust me. I am a woman of my word, and I will not say anything. What's between you and I is between you and I. If you want to share with me a private message, I welcome it. And if there's some of you that don't mind sharing, just put it in the general comments area. So anyway, I'm about to wrap up this video. It's a very nice day. Not sure if I want to do any swimming or maybe some bowling. Not sure yet. I'm feeling pretty indecisive. But anyway, I'd like for all of you to check out my other YouTube channel out there, which is called Mary Allen's Life Experience. Like I said, I just talk just about anything in general, and I try my best to keep it as less controversial as possible. But I do like to talk about some current events and some things that I've experienced in my lifetime. And even on that channel, please give me your feedback on that channel under the videos there. And tell me something that maybe you would like for me to talk about on my life experience channel as well. Like I said, I have a couple of videos about workers' comp, which is really something I really experienced. Had a life experience, and I talk about how useless a college degree is, and that video is really taking off. I believe the last I looked was like well over 120 or 30 views. I think the last that I looked at it. There's some other videos. I have one about the welfare system, the Dr. Oz controversy, and eventually I'll get to the medical terminology one, but I've just had so much going on, it's made my head spin. So I thought, I said, I'd really like for you to check out my other channel, Mary Allen's Life Experience channel. I don't know what the next video is going to be. Like I said, I'm just going to play it by ear. Unless if you indicate to me on under the comments of something that you would like for me to talk about. Or maybe if it's something I've talked about in one of my videos, but you probably want me to go in deeper depth, I welcome it. Please give me some feedback. And also, like I said, please share with me your story about your narcissistic enabling father. So this is Mary Ellen signing off. And as always, I wish you love, peace, and joy, and above all else, stay strong and keep your head up. Thank you. Take care. Bye for now.